Indian Air Force's brand new fighter jet, the LCA Tejas MK1A. The 4.5 generation spanking new fighter must wait for its first export order. It certainly is not going to happen in Argentina. LCA Tejas has lost the Argentine contract to 40-year-old American-made F-16s. Instead of buying the Tejas, the South American country is buying second-hand F-16s from Denmark after the US government approved the sale. The China-Pakistan JF-17 was also in the race, but was also overlooked by Buenos Aires. So why did Argentina overlook India's Tejas and the Chinese JF-17 in favor of decades-old F-16s? How did Tejas lose the contract to a 40-year-old fighter jet? And what's the future of India's indigenous fighter jet? Will Tejas bag its first export order from the Philippines, Egypt or Nigeria? Well, it's all got to do with money. Argentina simply did not have the funds to buy the Tejas MK1A, which cost nearly $43 million apiece. This despite considerable lobbying from India for the export order and promises of continuous tech support. The 24 F-16 jets selected by Argentina were being dumped by Denmark. The European country is doing away with its F-16 fleet and is instead buying the latest 5th generation stealth fighter, the F-35 from America. Denmark is also donating 19 F-16 jets to Ukraine as it does not want to fly a jet that first came into service in the 1980s. Another factor that is said to have harmed the chances of the Tejas are the 16 components sourced from Britain, including the ejection seat, which is embargoed for sale to Argentina. Britain and Argentina have a long history of hostility, with Argentina losing the Falklands War to the UK in 1982. Relations between the two nations have been bitter ever since. Nor does Argentina want British components, nor does Britain want any of its components going to Argentina. While the HAL promised to find alternatives, it certainly complicated matters for any possible sale of LCA Tejas to the South American nation. However, the biggest setback has come for the Chinese-Pakistani JF-17 fighter jet. China had been pitching hard for the deal, with the Chinese embassy in Argentina saying in March that the deal was near. However, reports suggest that Washington stepped in to block any defense deal between Argentina and China, wary of it opening the door for major Chinese defense footprint in the Americas. White House is said to have fast-tracked the sale of F-16s to Argentina from Denmark in order to keep China out of the door. The F-16s will be an upgrade for Argentina over their aging fleet of A-4 Fighting Hawks, but at a time when the world is moving towards 4.5 generation and 5th generation fighters like the LCA Tejas, Rafale, Eurofighter or F-35, Argentina's decision to go with the old F-16s does signify the priority for Argentina to balance defense with economic needs. For India, the search for the first export order for the Tejas fighter goes on. Talks are underway with the Philippines, Nigeria and Egypt. The Philippines deal is the best option. The South American nation has already bought the BrahMos missiles from India, and a possible sale of the Tejas MK1A could further strengthen the partnership with another nation facing the brunt of Chinese aggression and expansionist ambitions. However, reports suggest that the Philippines is also considering second-hand Gripen fighters from Sweden due to their lower costs. Talks are also in advanced stages with Nigeria and Egypt, though nothing concrete has been revealed as of now. But India can still hope to win a major defense contract in Argentina. It may not be the LCA Tejas MK1A. Instead, the light combat helicopter Prachand may get its first export order. LCH Prachand is truly a formidable attack helicopter and the only military chopper in the world capable of carrying supplies and weaponry at an altitude of 5,000 meters. Argentina has shown major interest in buying 20 LCH Prachand and had earlier signed a letter of intent. Indian military operates the Prachand from the world's highest battleground, the Siachen Glacier, to the desert frontier along the border with Pakistan. With a top speed of nearly 450 km per hour and an operational range of 500 km, the Prachand is a formidable alternative to the likes of the more expensive Apache. Missing out on the Argentina contract is a setback for India's LCA Tejas MK1A. The jet is near completion and will be inducted into the Indian Air Force this year. India is betting big on the Tejas MK1A, with nearly 200 jets on order to replace the older MiG-21s and Jaguars. Tejas MK1A has time on its side, and more chances for export will surely present themselves in the future. Have your say. Can India's LCA Tejas MK1A make its mark in the international market? Leave a comment below and remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons.